This is AARP's Fraud Watch Minute.
Welcome to this special edition of the AARP Fraud Watch Minutes. In this extended program, we explore some scams of the winter season. From fake charities to online shopping traps, today we'll uncover the scams you need to avoid not only during the cold weather months, but all year round. With me today is Steve Hahn, also with AARP North Carolina, and a representative of the North Carolina Senior Consumer Fraud Task Force.
Well, welcome viewers, and thanks for joining us. We want to make sure that no one puts an extra chill in your winter with a scam or fraud. And with the help of the AARP Fraud Watch volunteers, we'll be sharing some great tips and advice to help you keep safe. So the big question is, Mike, why should we be concerned about scams this time of year?
Whether it's online shopping and phishing scams, package delivery, gutted gift cards, travel scams, or others, the winter months are always right for fraudsters trying to steal your hard-earned money and savings. Especially vulnerable are older adults and members of the military, who are targeted most often. AARP can help protect both populations with the AARP Fraud Watch Network and the AARP Veterans Fraud Center, two free resources to help provide you with the educational tools you need to spot, avoid, and report fraud. I encourage you to learn more and sign up for the AARP Fraud Watchdog alerts by visiting the websites on your screen.
As people spend more in December and the start of the new year, phishing alerts also increase. So let's stop and explain, Mike, what is phishing?
Well, in a phishing scam, a target is contacted by email by someone posing as a close personal contact or on behalf of a legitimate institution. The objective is to get people to reveal sensitive data, such as their account numbers, home address, banking or credit card details, and usernames and passwords.
That's a good explanation. And a variation of this scam is smishing, where targets are contacted via text. So let's go to video and learn a little more.
Hello, I'm Angela Staub. I'm an octogenarian and elite track and field athlete, and I'm an AARP volunteer, and I have a very important fraud message for you for today. If you have a cell phone, you've probably noticed an increase in text messaging from people that you don't know. This is particularly concerning, given how effective smishing is as a scam tactic. The Federal Trade Commission reported $330 million in losses last year to fraudulent texts. We know this is just a fraction of the losses, given the vast underreporting by fraud victims. With smishing scams on the rise, here's what you need to know. Do not engage with texts from unknown people. Rather than clicking on the text links, type the web address you know to be the legitimate one into your browser. Also, you can filter out junk text by updating your phone's messaging app settings, using a call blocking service through your wireless carrier, or installing call blocking apps. Be a fraud fighter. If you can spot the scam, you can stop the scam.
It seems like shopping online is a huge preference for people, Steve.
Yeah, remember the days when we had to fight all that mall traffic? Man, I hate the crowds and the craziness. So I do most of my shopping online. So it's important that I know how to minimize any risks.
That is important because during this time of the year, 36% of Americans fall victim to online shopping scams. Let's watch another video for some excellent advice.
Hi, I'm Beverly Mahone, part of AARP's Fraud Watch Network. Here are 4 important ways to help stay safe online. Strong passwords. Have a unique and strong password for each online account. Multi-factor authentication. Turn on this extra security step when available. Software updates. Consider turning on automatic software updates to keep your devices up to date and secure. Don't click on links. Avoid clicking on links from emails, texts, and online ads. Type web addresses into your browser to ensure you aren't sent to a fraudulent copycat site, and only visit sites you know and trust. Be a fraud fighter. If you can spot a scam, you can stop a scam.
When it comes to gifts, seems like gift cards are always a pleaser, Steve. But what's the problem when it comes to gift cards?
Well, Mike, gift card scams come in a lot of different shapes and sizes, but there's a handful that we just keep on seeing over and over again. And you know why? Because they work. Let me run them down for you. First on the list are imposter scams. Scammers may demand gift card payments over the phone, posing as a friend or a family member in need. And with artificial intelligence, anyone can sound like anyone else these days. Next are tampered gift cards. Scammers may alter physical gift cards in stores to steal the card number. Once the card is purchased and loaded with money, well, the scammers use the card to make their own purchases. In 2022, 14% of complaints about gift cards is that they had no funds on them. Next up are romance scams. Scammers will create fake profiles on dating apps or social media sites to build relationships with their victims. Then they ask them for gift cards, and they can be very convincing. Overpayment scams. Scammers may pretend to overpay you by thousands of dollars and then demand that you send that extra money back to them in gift cards. Then we've got the boss scams and the bot scams. Boss scams are when scammers impersonate a leader or a senior member in your company and ask you to purchase gift cards on their behalf. Maybe for a client in need, except the scammer is the real client. And finally, bot scams. Scammers are getting under the internet hood and using automated bots to hack gift card websites and steal information, draining those balances. And here's another video so we can learn a lot more.
Hi, I'm Wanda Wooten. I'm an AARP NC Executive Council member and a Fraud Watch Network volunteer. Most U.S. consumers will purchase gift cards for someone this holiday season. While these gifts are easy to give and popular to get, they are wide open to fraud. A 2021 AARP survey found that 1 in 5 people have either given or received a card with no funds on it. Your best bet is to go online and buy them directly from the company. If you buy off the rack, look for signs the pin has been exposed or manipulated. And remember, if anyone asks you to pay a debt or an obligation with a gift card, it's a scam. Be a fraud fighter. If you can spot a scam, you can stop a scam.
Another sure sign of fraud is being asked to pay for something using gift cards. Let's watch another important video about gift card scams with one of North Carolina's top fraud fighters.
Hi, I'm Dave Kirkman. During my 3 decades working in the North Carolina Attorney General's office, I went after con artists of all stripes. One scam I saw almost daily was the gift card con. Here's how it works. Someone calls or emails you. They claim you will be arrested if you don't pay back taxes immediately, or that you've won a multi-million-dollar prize and need to pay thousands in order to collect it. They tell you to pay by purchasing gift cards at your favorite grocery store or pharmacy. They might even stay on the phone with you while you're in the store and tell you which cards to buy. Once you've bought them, the caller asks you to read the numbers off the cards over the phone. Within minutes, he drains all the money from the cards and you are out. Big bucks. This scam is running rampant, so if you get that call or email, hang up the phone, click off the email, don't engage. Legitimate businesses and government agencies never request payment via gift cards.
Well, one of the biggest gifts I'd like for myself this year is maybe a little relief when it comes to paying my winter heating bills. And that leads me to wonder, what do I need to know about utility scams?
Yes, imposters posing as utility companies. Let's learn a little bit more about this scam.
Hello, My name is Margaret Towan. I'm a proud volunteer with the Fraud Watch Network for AARP, and I'm here to talk to you about something very important. Winter is upon us, and with temperatures plummeting in many areas, keeping your heat on is critical, a fact that offers wily criminals opportunity. Each winter, utility scams spike as scammers claiming to be from the utility company say you haven't been paying your bill. They threaten to cut off service if you don't make an immediate payment. The goal of these crooks is to create a sense of panic in you that blocks logic with fear. Criminals are adept at this tactic, hoping that you stay in that state of panic long enough to complete a payment that you do not owe. If you get a surprise call from a utility company threatening to shut off your service, simply hang up. Contact your provider using the customer service number on a recent bill, or log into their website or app if that's an option. Chances are high you will find that your payments are current. Remember, be a fraud fighter. If you can spot a scam, you can stop a scam.
What about credit cards? Are there any consideration when it comes to buying with plastic?
That is a very important question. Volunteer Barbara Hearn tells us more about the major differences in the plastic you use.
Hi, I'm Barbara Hearn. I'm a senior advocate and a Fraud Watch Network volunteer. Today, I want to talk to you about picking the right plastic for your holiday shopping. A recent AARP survey found that nearly 70% of people shopping online this holiday season plan to pay with a debit card. Choosing this form of payment can make you more vulnerable to fraud losses. Debit cards draw from the accounts they are connected to. If your card is compromised and the thief goes on a spending spree, the money drained from your account is your money. When you use a credit card and it's compromised, the thief isn't spending money from your account, but rather from the credit your bank has provided. Both cards are governed by consumer protections, but when your credit card is used fraudulently, the company will absorb the losses. When your debit card is compromised, your money's gone until you report it and the bank completes an investigation, which can take several weeks, or you may not get your money back at all. Of course, it's important not to overspend, but online it's always safer to leave your debit card in your wallet. Be a fraud fighter. If you can spot a scam, you can stop a scam.
With the gift cards that I do have, I often order things that are delivered to my home. In fact, I just received a text saying that I have a package that was held up for delivery because of postage that I owed. Is that legitimate? I mean, what do I need to consider when dealing with my holiday deliveries?
Scammers send emails or texts pretending to be from known delivery services. Always verify through official channels. AARP volunteer Colin Cox tells us more.
Hello, my name is Colin Cox. I'm an AARP Fraud Watch volunteer, and I'm here to tell you about a couple of frauds that are going on right now. Scammers are like viruses. They continually evolve in response to the latest news and trends. Wrong number texts seem harmless, but they're a means of establishing a conversation that turns into a relationship that can last for weeks or months. Eventually, the new friend explains how they've made a lot of money investing in crypto or gold futures, and they can show you how too. Be on guard for these errant texts. Don't respond and block the number. The new twist on package delivery scams comes with a text from a driver who can't find your house. They may ask you to click on a link which could install credential-stealing malware onto your device. Don't trust links, period. If you are awaiting a delivery and get a text, contact the carrier through a means you know to be legitimate to see if there's a problem. Remember, be a fraud fighter. If you can spot a scam, you can stop a scam.
Seems like packages are pirated when people are away, and we know that many older adults head to warmer climates during the winter. Regardless of what time of year you are traveling, volunteer John Marin has some good advice when it comes to avoiding travel scams.
Hi, I'm John Marin with the North Carolina Senior Consumer Fraud Task Force with this important tip. Great travel deals can be found online, but you can also find scammers looking to put your travel dollars into their pockets. Crooks set up lookalike travel websites in hopes you will book with them rather than your intended company. And just because the link showed up when you search travel deals doesn't mean it can automatically be trusted. Scammers often buy paid promotions for their bogus travel sites so they appear high up in search rankings. So before hitting confirm on that deal, make sure you really know who you're doing business with. Be skeptical of any cut rate hotel or airline offer that seems too good to be true. And always pay with a credit card, which offers more protection than other forms of payment. Be a fraud fighter. If you can spot a scam, you can stop a scam.
Well, if you're like me, the start of the new year is a time to give back, whether it's through volunteering or charitable giving. But fake charities can get in the way of that goodwill. Fake charities may use names that sound like well-known charities, or they use emails, fake websites, or altered caller IDs to appear legitimate. And phone calls requesting donations for disaster relief are especially common. The Secretary of State's office has a helpful tool when it comes to determining whether a charity is legitimate.
Hi, I'm North Carolina Secretary of State Elaine Marshall, and I want to talk to you about charitable scams. North Carolinians are known for their generosity and willingness to help their neighbors. It is important to give generously if you can, but it's also important to do a little research to make sure that your generosity gets to those who need it and that you don't get taken in by fake charities. Look out for sound-alike names and spoofing on caller ID. That's where they make it look like the calls are coming from a real charity or for a number in your neighborhood. Make your donations directly on the charity's official website rather than clicking on links in social media, posts, unsolicited texts, or emails. Visit sosnc.gov to research charities licensed with our Charitable Solicitation Licensing Division. Have a safe and healthy holiday season and be a fraud fighter. Remember, if you can spot a scam, you can stop a scam.
There's a lot to think about when it comes to avoiding holiday scams. So besides getting up-to-date alerts and information from the AARP Fraud Watch Network, what else can I do?
First and foremost, it is important to talk about frauds and scams. There is no profile of a victim. We are all prone to these crimes, regardless of age and education. Often, fraud and financial abuse is being perpetrated by a family member. The holidays are the perfect time to have conversations that can help you determine if your loved ones are being subjected to any abuse. Volunteer Ann Elmore explains more.
Hi, I'm Ann Elmore of the North Carolina Partnership to Address Adult Abuse and an AARP Fraud Watch volunteer. Holiday family visits could be a good time to broach the subject of elder financial abuse. You might bring up the topic of financial exploitation and segue into discussing how each of you is protecting yourself and your money. Above all, respect each person's right to make their own decisions while they are cognitively able as you open a line of communication. If you're concerned that an older adult or adult with disabilities is being exploited, abused, or neglected, call your local Department of Social Services and find more adult protective services information at www.ncdhhs.gov. Be a fraud fighter. If you can spot a scam, you can stop a scam.
Well, we provided a lot of advice today. So how can we sum things up? I mean, how can we make sure that people stay safe, not only this time of year, but all year round?
My best advice is to be cautious of too good to be true offers. Stick to reputable sites and look for secure payment methods. If somebody pressures you to buy gift cards as a form of payment, it likely is a scam. Legitimate businesses won't ask for gift cards.
That's great advice. Also, scammers send emails or texts pretending to be from known delivery services, so always verify through official channels. Research those charities before donating. Use secure payment methods. Be skeptical of unsolicited emails or texts, and keep personal information private.
Regardless of the season, remember to stay vigilant. Take time during the holidays and family gatherings to have those important family conversations to better protect your family from scams.
For more tips and resources, visit our website at aarp.org/fraud. And remember,
if you can spot a scam, you can stop a scam.